So in our case, we've currently filled two positions, right? A 1C analyst and a PM.
Yes.
Right. So what's the general impression? Which of your expectations were met and which weren't?
Actually, our expectations were fully met because, again, we filled two vacancies super quickly. We wouldn't have given you the second vacancy if we weren't satisfied with the results of the first. And again, that stop list I sent you, right? That was because we were actually working with another agency that, well, wasn't even close to keeping up with the speed and results you showed. There, again, there were more, human factors involved that affected the speed of the work. But we understood that right now, well, we just don't have time, like no time at all to pay attention to that. And as for, again, when we first, I think, yes, when we were still working on the 1C, on the PM position, what I noticed was that the process itself, we didn't quite discuss it fully. Or again, maybe it was a screw up on my part, or perhaps we just misunderstood each other at some point when we started figuring out along the way that we needed to hold one more final interview in order to, close the matter and hire the person. That was probably the only, let's say, discrepancy. And again, what sets you apart from other firms is the strictness of the contract, meaning the SLAs are in fact very clearly defined there. And well, in Max's case, Max is already very fast. And for him, it was the number one priority. And he was very interested in closing these positions as quickly as possible. But overall, if the manager were more slapdash, then I think a contract of this format would really discipline them and would protect you. So, in this, let's call it strictness, I actually see a positive. And in fact, that's what makes you different because you're the only like IT recruiting agency we've worked with. Before that, of course, we worked with agencies that specialize more in, well, let's say kind of on our market, the non-IT one. And there, of course, the contracts aren't nearly as detailed. So, there isn't this, how to put it, these obligations that you have to present to clients in order to actually achieve that result. So overall, this, well, it might scare some people, but in general, it's a great way to, keep everyone on their toes.
That's a cool, interesting point. Maybe you've heard some feedback from, say, Daria or Maxim.
They're very satisfied with Max. He's very clear. He, makes it understood that the only thing that really interests him is like the speed of communication and the speed of the work. So that's how it is. And Dasha, on the contrary, is more about the soft skills, more about the intangible things. And I've also only heard good things from her. So I think it's just the perfect balance between, speed and quality, as it turns out.
And we closed both vacancies in like 2 weeks, right?
Quickly, something was quick there.
Yes.
It worked out. So I'm really very pleased that we, first of all, found you, and second, that you closed these vacancies so quickly. That's really cool.
And those weren't the easiest vacancies.
Exactly, yes. That's the whole point.